Let's talk a little bit about, I know you support, with Trump and everything like
Yes.
that, and you're very, open about your views and supporting Trump and stuff like that. What do you think about athletes and their involvement in politics?
People say you should not talk about politics if you're an athlete, an actor, anybody in the public eye, because you're going to persuade them on a way they can't think for themselves. Well, here in America, we have the freedom of speech and to view anything. If you don't believe in something, look it up. Look at the facts. Look at the true things, not the lies. And I don't even watch CNN or Fox or any of those news stations because it's all just clutter. It's clutter. It's bull. I want to see the facts. I look at the facts in the WhiteHouse.com of what is really being laws and what he's done for our country and the things that he's done. I want to know one president in our history that has done what he's done in the last 3 years. And I posted it last night on my Instagram, and I haven't got one rebuttal. No one wants to debate because I hit them with facts of exactly the things, bringing over 4 million jobs to our country. When Obama was president, he was saying, this isn't an American dream anymore. The United States doesn't have the American dream anymore. And I just seen it recently. I was like, how could you say that? But I mean, I see the factor of Obama saying that we have lost the American dream here. The jobs have left. And all of a sudden, when Trump became president, now he's bringing all the jobs back. And the American dream is alive because he's bringing the American dream back to us. The border control. I never understood how bad Mexico truly was until I watched Narco Mexico. And it's facts of what happened in Mexico during these times in the 80s and the 90s. Hell yeah, we need a border. We need a wall too. Taller than it is deep. Tall as hell. Because we need to make sure we protect this country that we live in. It's just going to be overran. I don't want it to be overran. I'm not a Christian. I'm not a Muslim. I'm a free thinker. I'm an agnostic. I believe in being a good man. But it seemed like it was all being taken away when Obama was here. There was more putting people against each other for no reason. And the media even does even a worse job of it, or a better job of it now after Trump comes about. Because Trump's saying, yeah, Mexico has a bunch of criminals, sex offenders, drug traffickers. Well, yeah, he's talking about the bad people. And the Mexicans in general took that to heart, that they're talking about their race. No, they're talking about the bad people because there is those bad people. We don't want those people in here. Now, not only knowing that is not just Mexicans that we're worried about coming over here. We're worrying about all the radical Muslims that want to come over here. I mean, the terrorism that could happen on our home soil is scary. The security of my children's future is very important. The future in general of my children is really important to me. When I'm gone, I want to make sure that our country is strong and solid. And finally, there's someone who's not a politician who's running for office or who's in office. He's not a politician. He's a businessman. He's treating this country like a business, bringing all the businesses back, bringing all the jobs back for Mexicans, for African Americans, for Americans, bringing jobs back that Obama let go. He sold us off to the highest bidder. The Clintons sold us off to the highest bidder. Now we finally got a politician who's not afraid of the deep state, not afraid of the other politicians, is calling people out of their bullshit and keeping his promises. That's what he's doing. He's keeping his promises. And people may say, oh, Tito, you're Mexican American. Can't you talk like that? No, I'm an American. I was born here. I'm fourth generation California. Fourth generation. I was here before America came and took over, or my family was. But at the end of the day, I'm an American. There's borders. Canada has a border. If you have a DUI, you can't go to Canada. Here in America, they don't care. Now all of a sudden we got a president who's stepping up and caring about this American dream that we always had to bring it back. That's important. He's showing the people to get educated, understand what the political sides of things, how they're happening. Don't let someone in the Democratic Party persuade you either or to strictly think about them. That's the way it should be. That's the right way, the only way. No, Republicans don't do that. I mean, I've been to Trump rallies, and you see all the guys who or the Antifa, and they're cussing at guys, saying this and that, and just being racist and like horrible. And I don't get it. But you take someone from the Antifa and bring them over to the Trump side to come over and be like, hey, it's cool, bro. Come on, let's educate you on this. Get educated on the topic before people even say anything. Because people are so ignorant to it. And I have friends who are messaging like, oh, how can you support that guy, man? He called you a rapist and a criminal. I'm like, I'm not a rapist. I'm not a criminal. I'm not a drug trafficker. Do you know anybody like that? Because that's who he's talking about. And they're like, huh. And to put it in layman terms so people understand the difference of what, just to have a border. If you brought someone in your home and they didn't pay bills, they didn't pick up after themselves, they didn't clean up after themselves, they didn't make their bed, they left the door open all the time, would you want that person in your home? No.
Absolutely not.
If a different person came to your home and he says, hi, my name's Jacob, I have a job, I'll pay half the bills, I'll clean up after myself, I'll make sure my bed's made, I'll make sure our house is nice, I'll make sure our house is clean, here's my brother, here's my uncle, they're from so-and-so, this, and you explain who that person is, now all of a sudden you're like, huh, I could use that person as a roommate. Because then you have their backstory, you know who that person is, you have their background check of who that person is. And that's just for layman terms for people to think about, because we're not trying to say no one could come in, no. Wait your turn in line. Because this country we live in is the best country in the world, by far. We let everybody else and start bringing in drugs and just being overran. I mean, look at California right now. San Diego, Los Angeles, Orange County, San Francisco. The homeless epidemic that is happening is bad. It is really, really bad. Downtown Orange County, it is bad. I mean, there's just people just camping out everywhere. And it has a lot to do with mental health. The mental health issue is sad. Yeah. But how do we take care of that? When the governor gets hundreds of millions of dollars and all of a sudden that money goes disappearing, what happened to that money? That was supposed to take care of all the homeless, but it doesn't. And it's politics that people don't want to talk about because they don't want people to get educated. I'm not that person. I don't care. I don't care if I have to make money out of it. I'm making money off someone. I'd rather give up all my money and educate people on it and make sure my kid's future is gonna be protected. The safety of our border, the safety of our troops, the safety of our country, it is number one. I think to come to live in this country that we want to chase the American dream, you got to protect it. And finally, we have a president who's going to protect it.
Now, we spoke of Arnold earlier, right? But Arnold actually went against Trump, right? What do you have to say about that? And what was that?
Well, I think Arnold had his opportunity to be in politics when he was governor of California, and that was a big dud. He let down a lot of California people, big time. Politics is not his job. He's an actor, and I think he needs to stay as being an actor and no more than that. To be a politician is really, really hard because a lot of guys are very cutthroat. It's kind of lining their pockets, and I'm the one, by my strict my opinion, of watching other people lining their pockets from other countries to get here in the United States, and it is hard to see that. But with Arnold, he's lived the American dream, so why not protect it? And once again, it goes to someone else telling him, you got to say this and that, and he's not his own, he's not being his true person. Got to be politically correct. Our president's not politically correct, far from that. But he tells you the truth. He tells you how it should be. And he's not good. That's a good person to have, someone who's not going to you. I'd rather someone tell me the dead honest truth than me. Do not me, because I'm going to see right through it. And finally, like I said, we have a president who's not bullshitting us. He's telling it how it is. On Twitter, blowing up people and just saying how it is. And sometimes it's wrong, sometimes it's right, but he's honest. And it's nice to have someone honest in office.